Welcome back. Of course, we're here for the reset. I'm Anthony Bailey.
And I'm Rici Bell.
And we are having another great week. This is part 2 of a really great conversation that we started last week.
Yes.
If you haven't saw that, go back into Rici's YouTube channel there.
Please.
And
subscribe while you're at it.
Yes, subscribe while you're there because we got some great stuff going on there.
Yes.
And, of course, if you're on the CBS47 app, you just scroll back 1 week. Last week was a good discussion.
It was. And today will be just as amazing. You all met her last week, Adrienne Romero-Williams. She is a wife. She is a mother. She is a businesswoman. She is a friend. She's a sister. She's a daughter. She is just one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Welcome back, Adrienne.
Yeah, welcome, Adrienne.
Thank you.
You dropped some gems on us last week.
Yeah, she did. We got like 4 T-shirts. Based on her.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear them.
Yeah, yeah, me too. You let me know when they're available.
Seriously, yes. Now you're talking.
Yes.
I love that.
Well, thank you guys for having me back.
Absolutely.
Again.
Yeah, we're going to dive back in. We'll just dive back in to pick up where we were last week.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were talking about the home buying process.
Yes.
One of the first things that people need to do is contact a lender.
Yes.
Another thing that they need to do is to stay put at their job. Don't jump
keep
ship.
a job.
Keep a job.
Yeah. Keep a job.
And then the third thing is to make sure there is money available. Tell us more
Minimal.
about that.
Yeah, so minimal. There's always programs. There's, down payment assistance. There's grants. If you're in the medical field, law enforcement, education, you can get grants. There's several different things that are available for people who don't have as much money, but they want to buy a house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a question that I have, because again, last week you talked about just having such a big heart and wanting to see people succeed, wanting to see people flourish. Tell us about a time when you've had to tell a potential home buyer, no, this isn't going to work out for you.
So I've said no, it's not going to work right now. I don't.
Those two words. Wait. Those 2 words. Right now.
Right now. I don't.
So that kind of doubles over for like the dating world and the home world.
This
That's
is not going to work
too.
right now. This isn't going to work right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
unpack that right now for us.
So right now, so you came and your scenario is not fitting into a program.
Okay.
So let's come up with a plan. Maybe your credit needs some love, needs some work. Maybe you need to be added as an authorized user. Maybe you need to bring your accounts current and show that you can pay them on time.
Okay.
What does an authorized user mean for folks at home that aren't familiar with that?
Okay, so let's say Rici's buying a house.
Yes.
And she has minimal
I'm
credit,
actually
no
selling one
credit.
right now, but yes.
And has minimal credit, like to no credit, okay? Whole nother show.
So you can buy it from me. How about that? You buy it from me, okay?
Right. Get the loan from Adrienne and you can purchase it.
I will finance
But
it.
wait.
Yeah.
We'll connect.
Okay.
So you were saying,
I'm
buying a house and what?
So
what's
for
that?
example, Rici's buying a house, but she has minimal credit. So me being, we'll just say I'm her mom for now.
Okay. Thank you, Mama.
Well, you could be my mom, actually. I'll be the daughter. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're older than I am.
Okay, so anyway.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Okay, so Rici has minimal credit.
Right.
I have, let's say, a credit card that I've had for a long time that has a really low balance compared to the limit.
Okay.
So let's say, with credit cards, you always want to keep the balance below 30%, 30% or less.
Okay.
Life happens sometimes
It
it goes higher.
Yeah.
Okay?
It sure
I'll
does.
be the first to admit.
Yeah.
But the goal is to keep it below 30%. So what I would do to help Rici build her credit is, I'm going to add you as an authorized user to my account.
Okay.
Now, I don't necessarily have to give you a card.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to go out and make purchases.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you've shown maybe you have a history of spending.
Rici likes shopping.
Yeah, I will be back at the San Jose Jazz Festival buying Everybody's merch.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
A
exactly.
new outfit.
Yes. So I wouldn't give you a card necessarily. I
Okay.
mean, and you can, to each his own.
Okay.
But I would just add you because now my credit history is going to help you build your credit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
deep.
And of
Okay.
course, you know, the person who's doing this, you have to be mindful. You have to know who you're dealing with.
Right.
You have to trust that. You know, like I
Yeah.
have my son on one.
Okay.
He's, you know, he turned 18. I
Okay.
want his credit to start being,
Beautiful.
you know,
Yeah.
built.
Okay.
And so
That's important.
I mean, if it's up to me, he's buying a house in a few years.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. Okay.
Yeah, hello.
and that's-
Santana, let Auntie Reese come and rent a room.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's the goal. So again, that's what an authorized
Love
user is.
it.
Adding
Okay.
it, you know, just helping someone build credit. And then also, I mean, I can go on and on. Going to a credit union, getting a secured visa, dropping $500, using 30% of that, you know, use that, pay it off. Use that, pay it off, build that credit so,
Okay.
you know, you can get your score
Okay,
up. And
okay.
so that's another what
that's
I'm talking
huge.
about as far
Okay.
as,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
a plan. You know, sometimes we've got things to work on. But you know, I see some people sometimes to where, you know, they missed payments, you know, and so I say, you know, well, catch up, get
Catch up
everything
as much as you
current,
can. Yeah,
and
yeah,
let's
yeah.
make, you know, maybe 5 or 6 solid payments.
Okay.
You know, and if you have a little extra, maybe pay it down.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
And then let's see where you are in 6 months.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about a current homeowner who wants to invest in property? They want to purchase a home, perhaps to rent it out, or purchase a home, perhaps to flip it into an Airbnb or whatever. Like, is the process the same for that second home that they're trying to purchase, or what are we
So
looking at there?
if they're trying to purchase a second home or an investment home.
Investment home.
Okay, so in that case, what it depends, you know, where are the funds coming from? There's so many different programs. You've got DSCR loans where you use the rental income
Yeah.
to cover the payment,
The cash
and you're
flow.
not right, and you're not using your own income. But then there's also buyers who are conventional buyers who qualify for a regular conventional loan, and they have the 20%, and they
Okay.
have the low ratios, and when you're using, it's called a conforming loan. So you've got conforming loans and you've got non-conforming. Non-conforming are loans that are like DSCR, bank statement loans, you know, out of the box
Okay.
loans.
Yes.
But with that comes higher down payments and also
Oh.
comes higher interest rates.
Okay.
So
whereas the conforming loan
Conforming,
does,
yes.
conforming loan, see,
Yeah,
conforming loan
yeah.
does what?
Conforming, you'll have a lower interest rate because it's a regular, again, my jargon just goes.
Yeah.
It's called a non-QM. So non-QM and a regular mortgage. So basically, I have a buyer who her scores are high. She's going to put 25% down on her new property for.
She's doing good.
It's an
Yeah,
investment
25
property.
is- Oh,
beautiful.
gotcha.
It's an
Okay,
investment.
yes, yes.
Yeah, she's doing good. If she's using that just to buy another house,
Yes, she
yeah,
is.
she's
Right,
doing
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but her husband said, "Hey, someone told me we should use a DSCR loan," and so it's like, okay, well, if you're not able to provide proof of what your income is, and if you can't qualify for this loan, then maybe we should visit that. But since your income is dialed in, you have the 25%, you have the good credit score.
Yeah.
Use a regular loan to get the lower interest rate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very
Makes a lot of
interesting.
Either way, I mean, an investment purchase is going to have a higher interest rate than a primary purchase. But
Yeah.
if you can stay inside the box and do it, you know. But everybody's scenario is going to be
Yeah,
different.
different.
these are gems.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
good. This is good to know.
Yeah.
So good to know.
Wow. And what about the person who is perhaps starting over? Perhaps they had a few student loans that they're still trying to pay off, or they experienced divorce and they're starting from scratch, and there is no money, but home ownership is a dream of theirs. Or perhaps they were taking care of their elderly parents and their parents just passed away and left them a little bit of money, or what would you say to the person who finds themselves in a situation where they are starting over and they want I want to own a home. That's always been a dream of mine.
Yeah.
So you
What would
gave
you say
me
to that?
you gave me 3 different scenarios.
Yes.
So
But all of them are starting over, though.
Okay, but they all have different answers.
Right. Oh,
So
okay.
the person with the student loans, that is so many people.
Okay.
There so many people have student loans, and we don't we have to look at the credit, of course, to see, are you on an income-based repayment plan,
Okay.
which is like the smallest payment.
Right.
And
Minimum.
so when they're on that, then we can use that minimum payment.
Okay.
When they're not, and when they're on forbearance, then we have to use a percentage of their loan amount as their payment, even if they're in forbearance, because a lot of people will say, well, I'm not paying them, so, you shouldn't have to use that in my ratios. Well, you're wrong.
Yep.
We do.
Exactly.
We do. We have to use a percentage. And sometimes it's not a big percentage. That's going to change your qualification.
But
We add it and we just keep it moving.
Got
Okay.
it.
Now, the next one you said was a divorced person. Okay. Well, did you own property together? If you do, I recommend refinancing because I don't trust anybody with my credit. They're going to keep the house. Well, I'll make the payment. Well, what if you make them mad one day? Or what if they lose their job?
Yeah.
You're not in that house. You're not watching them pay the bills anymore. Get out of that. That's what I always suggest.
Interesting.
Again, talk to a lender and see what your options are. Sell the house, get some of that money, split it, buy your own house, pay your debt off. There's so many different things, and that's why I
Beautiful.
always
Yeah.
say everyone's scenario
yeah,
is
it's
different.
different.
And then the last one you said was
Taking care of your elderly parents.
Oh, if
passed
they passed away and you got
you're
to
talking inheritance now. Like they've left you a little something to take as a seed. For
Yeah.
that next
So,
step.
I mean, again, put that on the house. You don't have to use all of it. You don't have to use all of it. We can just structure it to where the payment is comfortable for you, and go there. And after talking about that, it kind of reminded me of people with 401k. And I'm going to mention this because I hear this often. Oh, I don't want to pull from my 401k. Like that's my retirement. Well, you're moving money. You're not getting rid of money.
Okay, you're just moving it from one bucket
from
to another
here to
bucket.
there. And sometimes the money grows faster in real estate than it does
Yep.
in your 401k.
So true. Yeah.
So don't be afraid to withdraw from your 401k.
And let's talk while we're there about the benefits of using money as a 401k loan for property.
Yeah,
It doesn't hit you on the employment side of things, on the 401k side, and helps you out.
right.
That chunk of change that you
Yeah,
have.
you don't get taxed if you take a loan for it.
I hope you all are taking notes because Adrienne is dropping some wisdom. Okay.
It's so funny because once I start, I can't stop. And I just
No,
start.
it's
It's
great.
like,
This
But
is
to me,
good.
it just reminds me of how passionate you are about what you
Yes.
get to do.
yes,
And you really count it a privilege to be able to help the people that you help. And at the end of the day, when they're signing those final documents or, the keys are being handed over to them, I know you're beaming with pride. And I know
Yeah.
you're just so excited for them as if
For
it
them.
was your own accomplishment,
yeah, I am.
So-
I am. It just, there's so many. I mean, there's some that are super sad. I've had refinances for a husband who had a stroke and who was the money, the person who handled the money. And now the wife is not only hurt, but she's also trying to figure out what to do, and it's hard to not say, just come,
Right, come
here
here.
and let me
Yeah,
hold you. Because like
yeah.
I said in the beginning, I just want everyone to be happy. I want everyone,
Yeah.
I don't want you to be sad.
Right,
And when
right,
you're
right,
sad,
right.
I get into that person that, let
Yeah.
me have it.
Empathy,
You
that
just-
empathy
you're
is,
right there with
yeah.
It's hard. But that can also be my downfall too.
Yeah.
Because then I carry it and I'm just like, oh, what can I do? What can I
Right.
do? And I get like that. And I've done it before where I'll give you my last dollar and I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah.
So sometimes I gotta,
Yeah.
step back on
but
that.
But that's always been your heart. That has always been your heart as long as I've, How do you, just kind of switching gears just a little bit, wife, mom, successful businesswoman, obviously you're helping people get into homes every day, daughter, sister, friend. How do you balance everything, or is balance a myth? How do you navigate life?
That's a great question.
I'm gonna go with balance is a myth. Because if
Okay.
I said I had it all together and this is how, then I would be lying.
Okay.
I
And
would
we
be
don't
lying.
like liars on the reset.
No,
We only
I
like
don't.
truth
Keep it
tellers on the
100.
reset.
Yeah, no.
I keep it
Oh,
real.
It's very hard to balance. It's definitely very hard. But I do have to say that when I'm working, I'm working.
Right.
When I'm with my kids, I'm with my kids. So there's some times that I'm not able to give over here.
Right.
But it's just like, hold on, just give me a minute. Let me finish this, and then I'll go back over here.
Yep.
You know, and then you mentioned marriage. You know, I'm married. You know how men can be. You know, just kidding.
How many years now?
How can men be, Anthony?
Has it been?
Yeah, you and Joe have been married how long?
This year's 19 years married.
Oh no, we like our time. No question about that. We
Yeah,
definitely
and-
like in the midst of it all. We like our time.
Yeah, and so it's hard because you've got the, turn the camera off.
Yep, seriously. Where's her shot
No.
at? Let me go.
How
look at
can
that one.
wait? You just said how you know how men can be. How can men be, Anthony?
Men can be very demanding at times when it comes to married life.
Yeah.
And it all depends on the tenor of that man and the kind of upbringing and the real character of that person, because you can kind of have a wide variety
Yeah.
of emotional needs, and certainly on the physical side of things, like you need your wife there with you throughout your week and throughout your weekends or whatnot. It's important.
It
The
is.
physical interaction is important. The physical touch is important. A lot of that stuff is
Right.
You know,
Okay, so see all that stuff that you're mentioning,
Yeah.
okay? And that's just as a husband.
yes, not
Okay.
to mention the kids and everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got buying deodorant, shampoo in the house.
All the toiletries.
You know,
Yeah, groceries,
you got
the
that,
bills.
paying
You
the
have a beautiful
bills.
dog. You get
My dog,
take
Boston.
care of Boston.
Yeah, it's just all of that and making sure, and
Yeah.
like I've said, I have a big heart. I want everyone to
Yeah.
be, you know,
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah.
it is very challenging to balance things like that.
You need that time for yourself. Like I encourage my wife when she's got like a girls group, a circle of friends, and
Yeah.
they met in High Fitness. If you're familiar with the workout stuff, that's how they all met. They've just continued to be friends till now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, if you guys had a girls' night, go out. I don't mind keeping the kids. You guys go out, go have fun. See you later. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just that give and take. Because I'm
And
out
I-
with my
yeah.
fraternity stuff, so we've each got to have a
Right.
independent
You
outlet.
need your you
You
need your
have
space.
to.
Club.
You have
Yeah.
to. And
How do you tap into what Adrienne needs then? What does your self-care look like?
I'll just say I could do better at that.
Okay.
Let's just say that. I mean, there are times, you know, I do go on trips so I do a lot of content, and so I'm part of a mastermind. And so sometimes I'll go to Vegas, you know, and I go by myself. And it's nice. And the neat part about it is, you know, well, it's a few things. I'm going to my room, my hotel room, and it's just me in there.
Yep.
Peace and quiet.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to a quiet house or a quiet room somewhere.
Yeah, oh, I don't really get that. So that is nice. But there's also, you know, sometimes there's that mom guilt. You know, I have a 15-year-old daughter who's now there with her brother and her dad,
Yeah.
who, you know, God, I wish I could have brought her.
No,
But
just for
then-
some girl time.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
But then it's like, well, no, I need to go be me,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
And
lose
then-
yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Do
another
not lose
thing-
yourself. Yeah.
Right. Another pro is, you know, my husband doesn't hound me while I'm there, which is nice. Sometimes he can call a little more.
Yeah. We
But-
love you, Joe. Shout out to Joe. We love you.
Yeah, but
DJ
you know,
Joe.
but he doesn't. He gives me my time, you know, and just like he does, you know,
Yeah.
he with Brian, they take a trip each year, and that's their man time. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to call you while you're there either. You need that.
And,
Yeah.
and you come back a better wife and a better mom.
Yes.
And he comes back a better husband and a better father.
Yes,
You have that time.
We miss each other, and you know, we talk about, you know, things, and it's really nice. So as far as balance goes, I don't really think that you're able to balance. I think that's unreal. You know, for now anyway. Maybe once my kids, you know, graduate and they're, you know, out of the house,
And then
I
you're
can just
empty
balance
nesters.
work. I can
Yeah.
balance Joe. It'd be easier. You know?
Joe, work.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Joe, you gotta go over here because if this ain't higher, then we ain't going over
Right.
here.
Listen,
Yeah.
somebody's trying to buy a house right
Yeah.
now, Joe.
Right.
So time
And-
out on date night.
And
Just
he's
real quick.
seen that too. There's been
Yeah.
so many times in the car where I'm lowering the music. Oh, I need this call. I need this call. You know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart man.
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Good stuff. This has been such an enriching conversation, and just, I mean, you've been able to help us, Adrienne, with a little bit of like home ownership and debunking the myth of balance and how to balance Joe, and I'm just kidding, but how to be a good wife, how to be a good mom, and self-care, and you've helped us in just such a well-rounded way. What would you say if you could give what would be considered your final message to the world? Like, what would Adrienne Romero-Williams want to leave with the world? What's that final message?
God, there's so many things. But I think the main thing, and I think what challenged me, was to be okay with being uncomfortable.
Oh,
You
I
know.
like that.
That's another T-shirt.
Yeah, because
Be okay
being
with being
uncomfortable
uncomfortable.
allows you to grow. And I had a hard time with that, and I try to tell my kids that, like, sometimes if they're nervous about this or that, well, you know what, just do it, because it's probably not as bad as you think. And once you overcome that discomfort and you're able to grow, then it's going to allow you to grow even more. And to believe that it's okay to be uncomfortable. Yeah, I think that would be.
That's really good.
I
Oh,
like it. I like
that's
it.
really good.
I mean, it works in so many different scenarios that you look at.
Right. I
Because
mean,
the unknown, you have stuff that's uncomfortable, things that you think you're not good at.
Right. Right.
Maybe just question marks that you have about going into something that you don't know how you're going to perform at.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You just have to try it. I mean, I didn't want to post content. I didn't want to, but I did it.
And now here you are.
And then and then also, from creating content, I've been able to speak at different places. And every time someone would call and ask, like, hey, can you come talk at this? Yes, I will. Hang up. The heck am I doing? I don't want to do that. Yeah. And then I go do it, and then I have so much to say, and I have so much to give.
Right.
And then I honestly, if I could be a motivational speaker, or if I can be someone, just empowering women, just empowering people to believe in themselves, I would totally do it.
But you are doing it. You're doing it now. You've got,
maybe this was my.
You've got so many followers on social media. You're here on the reset. I mean, you're already doing it.
Yeah.
You're already motivating people and empowering people and helping people. Like, your heart is just, like you said last week, you have a big heart. And sometimes people say, oh, well, that's because you're just going to give away money. Or you're going to give away,
Yeah, that's not it.
But giving away knowledge,
That's more important than anything.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Because
Networking,
it builds the confidence.
Yeah.
And that's why, when I talk to people and I meet people, I share my Instagram with them when they talk about homeownership, because I want you to hear some of the lingo. I want you to hear what's possible.
Get comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once once we get on a call, then I start talking about different things. Oh yeah, okay, I remember you saying that, and I remember this, and I always tell people there's no dumb question. A lot of time people will say, oh, I feel so dumb, and I probably asked you this.
Right.
Ask me 100 times.
Yeah.
Ask me, because even when I'm with my buyers and I'm going over things, and I say, do you have any questions? And they're like, no. Well, guess what? You're not going to have questions right now, because I'm asking you and you're on the spot.
Right.
So once you walk out of this room and you have a question, send me the text.
Right.
There's
Text me or call me.
it's never a bother to help someone understand and be educated, because like I said, they're building confidence to believe in themselves.
Right.
Question for you: where do people find you? Because we've talked a lot about social media and the platforms.
Give us your handle.
Yes.
Yeah, let us know.
So
Where
it's
are
kind of
you?
long, but I'm sure you guys will share it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
It's on Instagram. It's approved with Adrienne, and there's an underscore after approved and with. So you'll share it.
Underscore with.
Underscore Adrienne.
That's not
Yes.
bad. Okay, any other platforms besides, is Instagram kind of the main home for you?
Instagram is my main home. I am on Facebook. I am on TikTok. I have a Snapchat, but I don't really go on there. I'm on LinkedIn, but I'm kind of,
Stick to IG, then. That's all good.
YouTube Shorts. I've done that too. But not as consistent. Instagram is
your
my
main
home.
jam.
Yeah.
No, that's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's all good.
yeah. So
I
good.
mean, yeah, it's definitely been a pleasure. I have enjoyed
Thank
the
you.
Week
last-
1 and week 2.
Yeah, very much so.
Well, I
I
appreciate
feel
you
empowered
guys
as a
having me.
woman, and
Well,
as a-
and,
you
and I
know?
want to thank you guys because you guys have actually helped me because some of the
Yeah.
things that I say, you know, for some people to empower them, sometimes I struggle with those things.
Right.
And when I
Right.
post my content,
Right.
you know, where I post things in my story, it's not necessarily for you guys. It's sometimes it's for me.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's important.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
really
Yep.
important.
So
So,
good.
I love it.
So
Good.
she said to be okay with being uncomfortable.
I thought that was huge. That was a huge
Yeah.
gem,
Yeah.
and something that we all can take with us
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
we're constantly starting new things
Right.
and heading down new roads.
That's what the reset is all about.
New platforms, right?
Yes.
That Reese may want to mention to us.
Oh
because
well,
we got a
so
new place to find
so
her.
yes, so you can on YouTube find me at Rici Bell, and please subscribe. And I've got obviously all the episodes from the reset are there, but then also just some short inspirational quotes and stuff for you to just kind of grab hold of and inspire you throughout the day, empower you throughout the day. Yeah, it's been a journey. I have experienced quite a journey.
Yep.
And I know some of you all have as well. So, yeah, I just want to share our stories.
We love that. Of course,
Yeah.
you can find her there. Of course, we're always on every week.
Yes,
and
yes,
we want to
yes.
thank you for joining us
Thank
on
you for
the
joining us.
reset.
And thank you again to Adrienne, our special
Yeah,
guest
You're
today.
so welcome.
great.
Thank you
We
for
will have to
having
get her
me.
back before the year is up.
Yes, yes,
Pop
yes.
back in on us.
And here at the reset, we want to know, like at the end of the day, we just want to
Yeah.
know,
Are you okay?